since we started out on Bitcoin.
I have overinvested by a lot.
Technology.
Isolation. You will be alone with the gods. There is no other feeling like that, and it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. Do it.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the weekly Candle Close stream. It's been a minute. I've been live since Thursday, Friday. Still getting over that. Like, I think I had the flu, and apparently you can be fatigued and have a cough for like 2+ weeks after. So just dealing with that, but I'm all right. and Bitcoin's too, because what's happened since I've been live. Well, we had the breach of the gate, the 28,800 gate, and a smooth, very seamless rally right back up to the next level of adversity, which is 30K. After 30K is 31K. After 31K, well, there's not really much there for a long time, or a lot of price. Right, we're thinking 36K, 38% retrace from your all-time high to the lowest low we saw November last year. But then, like, we're talking about horizontal line support resistance, you're talking maybe 38K, 40K. So I know a lot of altcoins have been waking up, and that's always a good sign to see that. You'd think that's trepidation is waning, people feeling a little bit okay with spreading some capital across the markets, and we'll look at some of those. Chainlink up 12% at its highest level since May 2022 today. Hex has been pumping too since it hit that bottom. My God, like perfectly, kind of pretty much running straight up to the next resistance, and then just some hope for ones like Matic. Sol broke out. It was looking pretty good, better than most, and then the ones that we're looking terrible, just randomly rallying, and that tends to happen too, where there's no rhyme or reason. It's just because the collective macro is rallying. Okay, cool. We knew for a fact that's like gonna happen. If Bitcoin keeps rallying, there's no way altcoins can collapse. And here it is. Here's the aftermath of them not collapsing, because Bitcoin went up, so they go up too. But yeah, and I think like people have probably already started talking about, bro, here it is, man. It's the big head and shoulders on Bitcoin. It's all over. I mean, like, maybe, but it's certainly not a head and shoulders. You understand it couldn't be a head and shoulders until the neckline, which is the level we've been monitoring forever, until that breaks. That would have to happen, right? You'd have to break 24/7 for it to be a confirmed head and shoulders at this point, meaning like you are grasping at straws hardcore right now for that idea to play out, because it would take weeks probably for that to occur, just based on the way the price action has been going. I mean, each candle here represents 24 hours. All right, so just rejoice we're above the 200-day moving average. Rejoice we're at a key level of inflection from history, at least the beginning of it, and altcoins waking up, which is always good. So okay, we can look at Ethereum, sure, if you want. So, of course, the famous, our sponsor is some person from the government.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
All right. Thank you. Maxine, Senile Waters. Okay, thank you. Okay, cool stuff, man. Ethereum's still miserably underperforming Bitcoin. But really cool to see, like, right? I mean, I think we were here on, the day that it was at, like, hey, man, you're back above a local level here. So we did a little trade setup idea, just entry, stop loss, slightly below that low, and then let it run. The target would be 1728, and you haven't even gotten there. But it's cool to see, like, on the 4 hour, I think it was 4 hour, where I look at nice stuff, man. Like, look, just a very educational moment, despite what happens next. I mean, the respect is already there, right? Or you had the spring, right? A confirmed bearish breakdown with candle close, and then no follow through. Then the buyers take back over control of the asset immediately and get it back above that local low. And then what happens? A reaction that manifests into a pullback that formally reconfirms the validity of this area that was violated. It is now support again, and look at the price action you're receiving. Very nice. I mean, that is beautiful. That's what I mean. This isn't about like ego or anything. This is about like, oh, I called it, or it's about like you helping you as a trader, because the spring and the spring back test is one of the most powerful combinations out there. I mean, besides like a harmonic completing with a type 2 return bullish divergence at a good context area, this is one of the strongest things. So if you can just be able to learn how to identify the spring and the spring back test, that's all I need from you. So that's what I need you to get out of these streams. It's just we constantly keep looking to identify them, and they keep showing up and they keep playing out, and it's like, all right, now you get it. So that's like a signal where if one wanted to, for the second one low, the second low, they could take their shots on anything, on any market. Doesn't matter. This is just crypto. All right. So, you haven't, you think the target's 1728 and above that's 1846, above that's 2000, but you're not even really that close yet. A lot more work to be done, and still massively underperforming Bitcoin, where we can just go to Ethereum to Bitcoin's chart here, and we take gander, man, and of course it's pumping today, man. Congrats. But how about before yesterday? How about, on Friday, it was the lowest daily candle close confirmed since July of 2022. You were breaking down, but guess what? No follow through. You're back above the level for now. Can y'all hear me? Make sure the audio is good, because it's kind of loud on my side. I don't know. I never know anymore, man. It doesn't even, it'll seem like it's good, and then the whole stream's ruined because no one tells me the music's too loud or something, Look, man, I just you can't really go full on bearish with any particular S coin if Bitcoin's looking good. Right? That's why it's been discussed, right? You're just not going to have them. Like, you can't have a $40 BNB pizza party if Bitcoin's rallying. It's impossible. Like, there's no way BNB can go to $40 with Bitcoin on the cusp of, it's above $30,000 as I'm speaking to you right now, which is great. But okay, all right, so no breakdown yet. You had one, but immediately, as you can see, the prices, the buyers are getting the price back above that level for now. But remember, don't fall victim. Every single time you've tried to do it, you failed miserably like a loser. Don't do it again, man. Because we're rallying. Okay, then let your neck veins start bulging out and start screaming about Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin. Go ahead and do it. We're waiting. You do it every week. We're tired of it. But it's expected at this point. Okay, so let's go to XRP. That somehow, a lawsuit within a lawsuit happened. Congrats on something no one even knew was going on, right? Great news here. You're back above 51.6 cents. I love that. And now you're starting to feel really intrigued based on it's one time. I get that, right? But that was still bullcrap news stuff. Okay, but think right here, that's pretty cool, right? And that's almost, is that confirmed? Are we confirming it here? Despite what happens next, you could be cautiously optimistic here for sure. This is great. This is great news. To see the buyers come back in on something just what they were getting sued, and the lawsuit got dropped, and then nothing happened. But then a secondary bonus lawsuit got dropped. What that no one even knew about? Let's go. And golden candle off that. So 54.6 cents is everything here, man. You go for another test. Hopefully we could break it, because if you break it, that's where you're going to 76 cents. Above 54.6 cents, it equals 40% upside on XRP. So just pay attention. Not bad. Yeah, secondary, secret, super lawsuits. Those are my fave. Yep. All right, so XRP starting to look like a snack again. Looking thick, looking like a snack. All right, BNB, that again, we knew all that does, it's just putting in the worst things ever, right? But it doesn't matter. It's impossible. It can't, this thing, this is CZ just shores up the price of BNB until Bitcoin, right, rallies. And thank God, because that's the only thing saving him. Because he just putting in lower highs somehow. But yeah, a rally here. And again, if Bitcoin keeps doing what it's doing now, 218 is of course, right, 225, and then 235 after that. So just levels, man. Last one I would care about owning, because there are ones out there with true, genuine setups, even if you were going to play them or not. Okay, so let's just go and look at Chainlink right now, because it's up 13.3% and it's just booming. Again, currently trading at its highest price since May 8th of 2022, and in less than 1 hour, it will, if all stays the same or higher in price, it'll be a formal bullish breakout of a rectangle that Chainlink has been confined within. I mean, my God, since May of 2022, it is something, a sight to behold here, as it looks like the buyers defended the inflection point. Look right here, there it is, September 2020. It was fine. I mean, but how many times? Whereas you're breaking it and then you just fail. So it's very tough here, but great to see it happen, man. Chainlink holders rejoice. You've waited literally 84 years for this, so congrats. And if you're talking about formidable targets above this level,
like a snack. Can we take a look at it?
probably 1120 or so, maybe a peak back from September 2020. Variz, what's up, man? Thanks for the 15. INJ look like snack. Okay, all right. Well, let's just might as well just do it now since it's crypto. We're on cryptos. Here's Total. Here's Jonathan. Jonathan, did you have a good weekend? You see Bama beat Tennessee. Get wrecked. Volunteers.
I like turtles.
Thank you. And definitely for Tennessee. Yeah, get wrecked, dude. Third Saturday, October is ours. Was that 16 out of 17 years? Yeah. Domination. All right. So looks like Total marching.
Have you seen the shark on BTCD?
No, Eric, but we can look. We can go to Bitcoin dominance after INJ. So here you can see the peak from January 2021, the valley. From June 2021, you can see the valley, the peak, and soon to be a peak again. But maybe we can peak and break to 120 and beyond. That would be spectacular. Let it be so. Yeah, futures. Yeah, we can futures real quick if you want to look at it. Real bam, there it is. Just opened kind of up. All right, a little bit, man. I would not consider this anything significant up or down. It's just when the futures open, the direction has. I mean, it's got to go somewhere, and it just kind of is up a little bit. Congrats. Having a chat for the futures. INJ, yeah, man. It pivoted, right? You had yourself kind of a shark 5-0, and the trend is your friend. So the performance was just meh. Look how you skated along that 200 simple moving average, and now you broke 836, which is a big deal. And you would think the next there's a little bit more upside around $10. So you think 80 cents, 80 more cents to go until you hit the inflection point. At least look, a swing low from March 2021, swing high from December 2021, February 2022, and then your local April high and July high. So that would be on deck. $10 on deck here. Pretty nice trend. You want to resume the trend, you break $9.97, $10, and you're on your way to 11.21. Above 11.21 is like $14. So nice so far, nice trend. Okay. So that's your INJ. Bitcoin dominance apparently got a shark going on. Okay, he's talking about the shark. Okay, well then fine. Let the reaction occur and let the 5-0 begin. The 5-0's development. He's just talking about this, I would imagine, right? I could be just completely wrong assuming. But he's like, 113? Yeah, 113 right there. There's your shark. Fine. If that's the case, then the altcoin's going to run while it pulls back halfway, 50% from low to high. And then let the run continue after the pullback. Okay. I will concede that to ye. Donald Trump or whoever it was that tipped. Sounded like Donald Trump. Okay, there's your shark, sir. Yeah, and this would just be like a cute little pattern that would give altcoins the room to run. I feel good. Hey man, Monero, great news. You're back above that key level. Man, Matic that was looking pretty good is look at this, man. I mean, the stage was set. Everything was there. It was just, will the bids ever come in? They're coming in, which is nice. And you're working on, I mean, in less than 40 minutes, it'll be the highest daily candle close since August 16th. But this is what a dream is made of. This is what it looks like. I mean, it's all there, dude. Right, where the harmonics completing just happens to be like a zone of inflection where reversals have occurred in the past. I mean, this is all is good here. So you think a target eventually, like 85 to 89 cents. That's definitely a target here. Okay, this is huge pattern over a year in development. Love this one. There are other ones that are like this too, and it's like, will they ever catch bids? I don't know, man. Like, all we can do is identify them. And all this time, I mean, my God, think about it, like beginning to complete in June. And here we are, get into late October, and still you don't know, even though we know it's like higher confidence with a confirmation low now. So there is some massive upside potential on Matic. Talking maybe 50% upside would be a target here. Okay. But then you have the other ones who are like, oh, they're there, but like, will the bids come? I don't know, man. Like, right? All we can do is identify them, and sometimes they just miserably fail.
Can you
it's
take
like
a
crazy.
look at LIX/USDT on Gadio? Thanks.
We'll look at likes on Gate.io. Yep. Thanks, man. So just right here, I mean, type 1, type 2, pretty good context, right? The way it's kind of like, you're at the bottom, you're at the basement, right? And this is everything. The 673, if it doesn't hold, you're screwed. But it is holding for the second time after completing the M shape that we know so well, right? You think this would be it. Where, okay, if it's going to reverse, it's time. I mean, this would be the area. All right, so there's this one, and then there's like it's another completed harmonic looking A. It was like FIL, like another one where it's like the stage is set for upside, but I can't make the buyers come in and make this play out. It's there though, like you're staring at like what something looks like before moon, but will it ever happen? You tell me. Chat, anyone? You get what I'm saying? Like, they're here, but just because they're here doesn't mean they'll play out. But my God, they're still like promising. Jeez. And then I mean, I think even basic attention token was M shaping to a level, kind of. And wow, I mean, gonna be the highest daily candle close since August 15th here. Still below 200-day moving average. But hey, man, I mean, like, levels, support. All right. Understandable. What the other one? Let's just go ahead and get to likes, the request, man. On Gate.io, he said. Oh, yeah, Lusko, man. I knew some kid from elementary school. His last name was Lusko. All right. That's a little fun fact about. Maybe this is him, man. Maybe he's the dev. Well, I mean, not really catching bids today. It's down 1.45%. We could paint some trend lines here, maybe. There's a level. All right, I guess, kind of a little zone there, 430 to 465. Some inflection. And so you're not quite there yet. You would like to go a little bit lower to test that. What is it about this that is intriguing to ye? Oh, is it like a supply line breakout? Maybe. I mean, that's real life, isn't it? You see it. I mean, you broke out. You back tested yesterday, and you're still broken out. Okay. I mean, it really would be nicer to get 465. But you just haven't. Yeah, you're not there. So I mean, you're getting close. That's all I can say. It'd be such a no-brainer to set up an entry stop loss, like if the price was at 464, but if it's not, then it's like it's harder to do that. But yeah, I mean, and I guess if we were targeting for upside, if it was gonna reverse here after a 99% retrace from its previous lows, and probably $8 target, as you can see, price action, it's very reasonable to believe that's where you'd be headed, $8. Which is no big deal, dude. That's just like how much upside? I mean, just a lot. Like, oh, just 55% upside here. Okay. But just know you could get a lower risk entry. But I'm not saying like it may never get down there and may reverse now. But you know, just saying like close you are to this gray zone, the closer you are to the lowest risk, easiest level to strategize and enter into stop loss, right? Where you'd have your stop somewhere maybe below 430 and try to get your entry as close to 465 as possible. All right, cool little baby supply line breakout, yeah. Wouldn't call it like a wedge or anything. If it was any kind of wedge, it maybe be like a smaller structure, just trying to, you know, something like that, maybe. Okay. Sure, whatever. It's Lux though, dude. It's Lusco token. Probably big, you know, rather be looking at something like Matic or maybe Bitcoin Cash, because Bitcoin Cash, remember, it was already doing things. This was it, man. This was like, hey, trade setup of the moment. Like you can't tell me you're already in a well-established uptrend. These buyers came in, still below the 200. But then you get back above this level of all levels. I mean, it's just the dream. It's just so undeniable. It's so real that it could never be argued with as a strategic level. And if you're saying the price action, the way it's correlating to this level is doing low, then slightly higher low, that's the entry. That's it. And stop loss maybe below 204. You let it ride. And first target of that trade setup was 260, and then 300 after that, 305. So, and then shoot, dude, probably 500 after that. But everything's good. I mean, on some of these, a couple of these, a few of these, and then other things are starting to catch some bids. Some are random, but then some are like, whoa, some of these like altcoins that are showing the harmonic completions and all that. Like we look at Monero here. This is great news. Anything above 154.80 is like colossal. It's such a big deal. It's just such, it's like the level of levels. 2017, so undeniable, and you're back above it now, and it's like, and all you're doing is like, look, here's a low in November last year, then these two lows that are, both of them are higher than that low, and now you see momentum shift, where this low from August is higher than the low from June. So you're back in pretty good shape here on Monero. It's very similar in ways to Chainlink. So I think it's a little better than Chainlink in terms of like structure, because like Chainlink's just literally been a heart rate monitor. At least with this one, you can see the story of the higher lows, then the higher high, then the higher lows, all higher lows. And back below the 200-day moving average, everything's just kind of shaping up okay for old Monero here. And then if you just look around, because we did look at the big four, we can go back to Litecoin here. That starting to look, I mean, again, you're screwed below 66, but if it just holds up here, then you'll be back above 66 by morning probably. Because above 66, if it's real, I mean, you're going to $84. So you can't really be like, it's just like, yeah, you're below 66, and then it's like, okay, then it's time to, you've confirmed it, and then you're drawing down, and then it's like, well, the buyers are just getting the price right back to the same level. And yeah, you could just put in another lower high, and then you're in a lot of trouble. But like, it's pretty pathetic selling pressure. There really hasn't been much selling pressure below a level where you think that's where the buyer should relent and just wrap it up. And we talk, you know, back at $50, but it's just not happening. Buyers are kind of being relentless here and pushing the prices back up to these resistances. So I have an alert set up. I hear a beep, you're breaking back out, and things could be just fine on Litecoin. comp looking decent. Yeah, I think this is that one I looked at. It's all right. I mean, it's certainly putting in higher lows here. Like, and here, like, it's a 78% retrace, so too strong for an 886. What, low to high? 78% retrace. You confirmed a bottom and then a rally to a, slightly higher high than this high you put in August. But then look, the sell off, and then what happened? So much demand, it seems, on the asset that the sellers are unable to push the price to the level it was currently trading at in September and August. So that is like a subtle sign of strength, right? If you're just talking about price action. So, okay, all right, for now, we'll see if what will this higher low manifest into. I mean, this could be it. But yeah, I mean, you're talking about an asset that hit all-time lows, and it has just been sideways, straight up sideways, and then started creating a range down here August of last year. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Harder to strategize an entry here where it is currently, but I mean, you could be looking at $70 again. If this right here, what we're identifying, this little local high or low, really turns into something, that's probably the target, $70, or at least, I guess, 60. You already test the high from January of this year, and then 70 after that, top of the range. Okay, there's your comp. And then, just like there are other ones that are, meh, okay, cool. Like, was it really a Cardano? I'm kind of impressed, man. I can't believe it. Maybe they're confirming it here. Like, it's impressive. Like, these assets will hold support as long as Bitcoin keeps rallying. I mean, this is why it's such a great education tool, like, where it shows you, I mean, like, despite the context, despite anything, a support's a support, and if buyers are going to hold it, you could be looking at a more significant rally. But here, even with buyers defending for a second time here lately, the rally is still most likely going to turn into a lower high than what we saw in July, and probably stay lower than the 200 and then roll over later. But yeah, it's kind of, Bitcoin's rally has been delaying the maybe inevitable on these S coins, where we think they're going a lot lower, but just maybe not yet. Maybe, okay, here we go. Gotta get this whole thing out of the way. Another little bear market rally on this loser, and it's going to turn into the lowest high, because the most recent event was the lowest high of the entire downtrend this summer. So we just do it again. Fine. What's up, Bryce? Weekly? I don't know. I haven't looked at the weekly on Cardano. Yeah, looking like a bullish engulfing candle is going to be painted with confirmation in 26 minutes. We'll look at AVAX now. Yeah. But look, I mean, just look left. How was that good, really? I mean, what is there on the weekly? Like, there's just nothing here. It's just, you're just manufactured a support December of last year, and that's all it's holding for now. By the grace of God. By the grace of Bitcoin, really. His Majesty. Yeah, because you knew, like, if Bitcoin was going to roll over to 25K and lower, like, there was no way these were holding. But we knew, like, it's just an impossibility for these levels to crack if Bitcoin's going higher. That's just the way it's always been. So, cool stuff. Yeah, we got some wiggling golden candles on our hands. Let's go to... I should have done that anyway. Look, here's your Ethereum working on a bullish engulfing candle. 25 minutes, so it's confirmed. Still never even saw the bottom of the channel. It's crazy, man. Let's let me just knock out AVAX for Bryce real quick. Appreciate that, man. Funding the crowdsource stream. Let's go, dude. Let's see here. Let me check my notes on AVAX, Avalanche. Oh, it's just kind of, I mean, here's just the whole story, right? I mean, for a fact there was support here, and like it was broken like last week, and then this week no follow through, just immediate bids coming in, and it's just back at $10, and I guess above 936 you're safe on AVAX. Yeah, you're like confirming a bottom here. Yeah, just confirming a bottom. I don't even know why I have that because it's I guess it's that wick low from June 2021. I would consider 936 to be the big one right there. Yeah, and then 1080. But yeah, clearly you can see one low, then the second low, confirming a bottom. So a second low, you could see a more significant rally, even if the rally turns out to be significantly lower than the high we saw in July. You could be running to 200 again.
Too. 0.00050063 BTC.
Well, thanks for the Bitcoin, man. We're stacking sats over here. So it's very similar, I mean, to Cardano, right? This is actually a little worse because it made lower lows. At least Cardano was holding its late December of last year level. This one fell below it and actually regarded it as resistance, making the lowest high of the whole downtrend garbage. But hey, man, after that, let's see, because Bitcoin. So I guess, like, if anything, if you're trying to strategize here, you know, stop loss somewhere marginally below 936 for that reason. You see it? And I guess let it ride. Just know you could go up significant percentage points in value and still be in a well-defined downtrend with all the lower highs, lower lows. And most recently, its lowest low of the entire downtrend. Loser. But yes, losers can still... Look what this loser did. It went up 59% in 35 days. This summer, yeah, before dropping like a rock to its lowest lows. I mean, that happens. And you can thank Bitcoin for that. So it could happen again. At least you have a better chance, because I love assets that show like confirmed bottoms locally. This one, there was nothing here. It just rallied. Okay. With no confirmation. Just, all right. Dang, FedCoin, am I an honest street sweeper? Is that what you're calling me? Hey, man, whatever. I've been called worse. But yeah, integrity is important. I'm glad I have mine. Glad the temptation of the ring, the one ring, well, I guess all the rings from Anatar, yeah. I did not accept. And everyone else did, and they became Nazguls. And they are wrecked. So, okay. Avalanche is a request. I mean, stop below 936 for that reason. And if you want to, I mean, you can. You could.
It's free real estate.
Thank you for the free real estate. So you could, if you wanted, have a stop loss below 893. And it's like you're just playing the fact that you're saying, hey, man, I would not want to own the asset below the local low put in. I don't even care about this low here, which you should. And the best thing for AVAX here, the best thing would be wherever it stalls out, you would get something like this. Oh my God. That would be legendary. I mean, like, set up an alert there, because if that occurs, something like that, that would be like the lowest risk, most powerful trade setup you could imagine on this asset in this area. The formal bullish backtest of the spring, right, from 2021. That would be the dream, okay? Get there, it becomes the easiest trade setup to strategize ever, you know? So pay attention to that. Any stock TA? I mean, shoot, man, we weren't here on Friday. Things were getting pretty bad, man.
Can you check out him juiced? Took a shot at the high low.
What's up, Georgetown Felix? We can definitely take a gander and make sure I'm let me look. I gotta get a H bar first, and then I'll go to that one, dude. Thank you, y'all. Really appreciate the contributions today, and I hope y'all are having a wonderful October. This weekend was technically my birthday weekend, because third Saturday in October, and the first trading day of my life was October 19th, Black Monday. It's crazy, dude. All right, H bar. Yeah, H bar has a harmonic. Let's see, where's it at? Yes. Yeah, look at this, man. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of wild, right? Because it already completed and had an insane run off reaction, right? But then it's like that finally subsided and you sold off, and look at you now. Like, you could be like locally confirming a bottom significantly higher than the low from June. which would then be a higher low than the low from January. And all of a sudden it's like, what? We're just accumulating. There's just so much accumulation going on for like 10.5 months now. It's just like kind of tougher because, you know, you're not really. I don't know,
FXS on Binance,
maybe
please.
like,
Hope
would you
and
want
pray
to play it
feel
like
100%
okay, the
sir
peak
being
from
six success
2019?
feels
Hold on.
amazing, man. Feels amazing, man.
What's up, Josh, man? Sorry, I can't. I can see it. I can't hear it because if I hear it, then all of a sudden y'all are gonna get echoes. So, thank you, dude, and appreciate the. It does suck. It really sucks. I have not really been myself for a couple weeks, and I'm just ready to be back to normal. So, we will look at XS certainly. But yeah. So it's like the question is it the harmonic completed, and then we've got ourselves like a 1 and 2, type 1 and 2, and there's a type 2 just happens to be like just higher. And like we think hey, maybe it's a type 2 because you're locally one low, the second low confirming a bottom. It's up 2.2%. Like you're not at a bad level. I mean, how would you strategize it? It's tough, man, because this is so much higher than this low. What happens if a sell-off on Bitcoin occurs and then like H bar comes down to like 4.2 cents, but it loses like it loses 15% of its value, and then finally gets to like maybe where the type 2 should be. That would be like the no-brainer entry level, but the buyers aren't letting it get down to that level. So, I mean, maybe if one was going to enter, they could have a stop loss just above 4.4 cents, really tight, and let it ride. And you're just assuming your whole strategy here is you're saying, okay, type 2 return's happening, and it's so strong that it's a higher low than the type 1. And maybe, I guess you're just trying to also argue that like this 4.7 cent level is the big one, right? That's what they're trying to defend now. Okay. Like it was the peak from 2019, but then look, another peak in 2020. Maybe they're trying to hold that, and that could be your cutoff too. You could have a stop below that. Really, really tight, you know? So maybe that's what's happening. It's all happening at like this is like good context for any harmonic major reversal. On this one, on the other ones too, right? Like they've lost, 99% of their value from their previous major lows from years ago, and this is how it can start for sure. You're not buying at crazy levels. You are buying at the deepest value perceived area you could dream of, kind of. So we'll see. You pray for Bitcoin, because you can't have an altcoin market. These things can't play out unless Bitcoin just keeps going. Okay. Well, the next one was we're in H bar. Let's go to IMX on something. Coinbase? Binance? I'm sure there will probably be more data on other exchanges like Binance. Yeah, a lot of data here. A lot more data. I don't know. Georgetown, is this okay? Is this an okay chart to look at? I don't know if there was one particularly you were looking at. Please let me know in the chat or something, Thanks for the over 500 people tuned in. Wow. Appreciate that. If things keep going up for Bitcoin, the party comes back. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Georgetown said it's cool. All right. Well, you can clearly see the major level of levels is 64.6 cents. It's just undeniable. It's there, right? But you're like wondering, because you're like, dude, is that like a shark pattern? Probably. Look, the low to high is an 886. Sweet mother of God. Wow. Look at that, dude. Wow. Just crazy.
How would you look at that?
So you could shark it. You could bat it probably too. Shark, right? XA. Here's your C, and then the D. That's the 8. That's really nice down here, isn't it? Dang, man. Yeah, that's something else, isn't it? Wow. Okay. Well, I would really love to see the asset get above 64 cents because that's everything. That's like the major of majorist levels, majorist levels. Above that, above 64 cents, you have an easy target of 114, 115. Right? It's like a candle low close, candle high close. I mean, throughout the years, right? And then yeah, that's definitely what will be your first target if you were to long this now. And I guess at this point, if you were going to long it, you would just maybe try to have a stop loss below this 49 cent level and let it ride. Though it would be safer to see the asset get above 65 cents and then back test it as support. But yeah, this would be maybe this could be an area. I mean, like certainly going by the book and a completed M shape like this is it. I mean, this is the level. Now, it's not really a formal chart because it didn't hit a 1618 here on the B to D wave. You want 1618. That's why it's always like, okay, that's why I said someone could bat this and it would be valid like XA, then B, and then the lower high on C, and then the 886 on D. And it's like, this is valid, very valid. Very, very valid here. Okay, so either way, yeah, completed M shape, whether you call it formal or not. And then, yeah, again, if you were going to trade it, I mean, I guess like if you put a gun to my head and you're like, you have to strategize an entry, stop loss, and take profit, or it's over, or you're done for, Ray. Like, wow, no pressure, kind of scary. And you know, you could, it's such a lower risk level, like, that you could actually take profit at this scam wick high from July, you know, layering out, and it would still be equitable. It'd be 3.39 to 1. And then you could have like a second target. Of course, that would be 115 right there. Simple enough. Very, very simple. So yeah, that's Georgetown. I don't know if this helps, but like, if you're trying to be really tight on an M shape that's completed and then possibly confirm that it's completed, right? A type 1, type 2. This might be a way to play it. All right. Thanks for the contribution, man. And let us have our alerts set up on IMX. We start pumping. It was good, dude. It was real good. Just don't sleep on them. Like you're starting to see, like, it's this, it's H bar, it's a few others, the same type of NEO, you know, FIL. They're all like M shapes completed. This one's gorgeous, man. It's like an 886 Gartley. It's the Atom. It's the Eve double bottom. I mean, this is it. I mean, it's so easy, you know. Strategize stop loss maybe below 285 and let it ride. Minimum target's like $5. Easy, dude. Just go by the textbooks, man. I mean, I wonder if we could like just type in, you know, harmonic. Oops. Harmonic, just on the internet, right? Type 2 return and see if we could just what we're showing here. There's an example that looks almost identical. I don't know. I mean, you got the harmonics with the type 1s. Nothing's really showing the type 2s on Google Images. Yeah, nothing. Wow, that's kind of crazy. The type 2, it's so Scott Carney. Yeah. Type in like harmonic double bottom or something. Nah, man, that's just crazy. Like, so what we teach here and what Scott Carney teaches, you know, from his own publications, it's not taught like on the internet, which is wild. Yep. Maybe it's time for us to do it. We got to start making graphics and putting them like this. Yep, crazy, man. And then like on the type 2, you're looking for divergence. Does FIL have it? I don't even, let's look. I mean, locally, at least on the MACD, like from a low, then the same low. You got, you're diverging. Yeah, about 3-day, maybe 3-day easier. Yeah. 3-day low, 3-day divergence, either one of these peaks, and then this level is lower than both of them. Yeah, so it's like you got a real nice You've got seller exhaustion down here at the completion of this harmonic. It's wild. Love it. I'm sure 3 days looking good on a lot of assets. Going back to H bar. Yeah, dude, like H bar. Look at this. Your first level of positive momentum is beginning to build on this new 3-day. Yeah, 3-day looks good, man. Looking real good. Wow. Then the Matic, just spectacular. This is like the best. The best one's like Matic. It was such a like, yep. I mean, if bids come in, this is it. This is the low risk entry level, and you let it ride, man. And look, this is the trade setup posted, and you had the 3-day bullish engulfing. You're catching the fall through the day, and you have like 2 more days till this candle closes. So who knows where it'll end up at? But that's the Wombo combo, man. The Wampa Stompa Nintendo 64 Shadows of the Empire cheat codes. Only like some of y'all get that. Chainlink, bro, we've already looked at Chainlink. Look at like second or third or fourth. I don't know. Yeah, Link broke out. It's still going. It's incredible. Really is. Sight to behold, trading in its highest level since May of 2022. And you think like on the daily, $11 is the target. It's just like, you can barely see it. It's just like one peak from September 2020 where it actually pumped and then dumped for rallying. So above 11 though, 1120, there's not much, is there? I mean, potential resistance at 1350. Big targets up at $15, $16 there. It's spectacular. Heart rate monitor finally. So, you know, they're finally, after a year and a half, gonna in the hospital. They need a crash cart. The heart rate's going berserk, dude. They're having a heart attack on Chainlink. Here's the breakout. And then, just like that, hold on, I gotta do it.
And then, just like that,
The Link Marines were storming the beaches. All right, let's go, dude. Crazy stuff, man. You know, just let's look at Sol. It's down today because it's taking a breather from its past few days of moonage. You got like nice 3 white soldiers. A little indecision candle today, but yesterday, like on a Saturday, it was the highest daily candle close on Sol since November 7th, 2022. And again, a breakout, a very real breakout has occurred. Maybe a back test 2560 before 37, 36. That's the target here. There's no, I mean, besides the local high from July, there's nothing here till 37, 36. I mean, so that just means like, yeah, man, we get back test, we pull back a little bit. I'm just saying from here, like your next like hard target area, there's another like 28 to 30% upside on Sol. And this one looked better, superior to many others in the end, right? With the higher lows. And then the spring back test was spectacular. But then there are others, man. There are others out there we haven't looked at today, like Theta. Like you just think, oh, it's over for that. This actually like, this looks so much like shortening of thrust. Sellers are just finally, there's just not enough of them anymore. They've been trying so hard. But yeah, there certainly is. I mean, like, dude, below, you better pray that the buyers keep the price above 56 cents long enough, because there's nothing here, not a thing till 32 cents. So you're just hoping for the divergence, the continuation of the divergence too. Because look, I mean, it extended on the MACD histogram. You're showing positive momentum today. So just the divergence continues. You're at supports, and it's like if you wanted, all hope is lost. But if you were just gonna say, we act like we don't know that buyers are actually going to defend a level or not, we could take a shot. Man, it's tough, man. How do you, if you try to strategize below 54.6 cents or 56 cents, it's tougher to get a 3-to-1. Damn, man, 3-to-1. You'd have to settle for like taking profit at the July 25th high. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way. But like, again, right, it's all about supports and resistances. We know that there's just like below this level, it's over. Like you're screwed. You're going to get a 50% haircut. Okay, so you have your stop loss marginally below that level, and if it happens, all of a sudden the argument is incredible for a 50% loss in value of this asset. But if like the divergence that we're identifying actually somehow by the grace of Bitcoin played out, well, then yeah, you would be looking for a 3-to-1, and then the only one that makes sense is like the previous discernible swing high from late July. So, and then you could have 98 cents, and then your third target exit could be maybe like 129, 130. So you can't say these altcoins are not at levels where it's either they don't hold and we crash 30 to 50% in value, or Bitcoin like stays strong, resilient, and keeps going, and then all the altcoins catch the bids after. And then the buyers defend and these levels hold. Well, then that means they're the most actionable levels you can imagine, right? I mean, because it's so easy to set an entry and a stop loss and then to take profits. It's very easy here. You're not randomly in between levels. You're at it. You can see it very clearly. Your argument to not own the asset would be below 56 cents, but you're not below the level. You're just slightly above it. And sellers are exhausted. So it could be the most pristine level ever to enter. But again, like trading is all about not acting like you know where something's going next, right? You know full well what happens to this asset below 56 cents, death. But if it holds for a second time, then you got massive upside potential here. So you don't assume, you don't know, and it's okay. You know you don't know. You just know if you took an entry here and you set your stop loss up after, you only know that something would happen next. Either you're getting stopped out or you'll eventually be taking profits at much higher levels. Okay. Like just for instance, man, it's like XRP, right? Okay, at this point, all right, we're above 51 cents again. We're holding. I mean, like you could have a stop loss below 47 cents. Heck, man, you could go as crazy as 46 cents and say, I'm done below 46. We're screwed. And let this thing ride. And then the target is easily 76 cents from here. If this like 1 and 2 here is real, and think about this though, it's like 1 and 2, but like, I think I've seen this before in worse context, but like where you make that low and then later all the volatility subsides and you have 2 lows that are undeniably higher than that first low. And this just reminds me of Ethereum, Black Saturday and beyond. 1 low, then like watch. It's the same effing thing here. It's like you put in the lowest low with volatility, right? I'm losing it? Okay. Yeah, like 1 low. All right. And then the 2 lows. That's exactly, literally, without the context. Locally, it is literally the same as XRP. You see it, and what happened after? Yeah, really, really nice run. Confirmed accumulation. And now XRP doing the same effing thing. Same thing, literally. But the context is like better in XRP because it's like well-established uptrend. You're already in an uptrend. You already been making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And then the super secret bonus lawsuit gets dropped. I'm just worried about like, well, you know, next week, the super duper secret XRP lawsuit's gonna get appealed. And I was like, wait a second, well, what about that one? Well, hold on, man. Welcome to this. This is an S show, okay. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, chat. Look on the 8s. All right. 30 seconds still. Your highest weekly candle close on Bitcoin in months. Bullish engulfing candle will be confirmed in 20 seconds on XRP. Still below that 200-week simple moving average. Mother of God. Are you kidding me? Who's triggered? Everyone's triggered, okay? Break that. Just testing it and not breaking it. But it's okay. Again, it's fine. Let's go to Bitcoin. Here's your weekly. Here is your... It is confirmed, chat. It is confirmed. A bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. A confirmed bullish breakout above the key 28,800 level. And your highest weekly candle close confirmed since July 17th. And of course, your first level, well, right now on the new week, positive momentum has begun to build. What? And then remember the hidden bullish divergence. I know I'm still speaking in a cathedral here, but it's still all stuff, okay? Wait, was I speaking a cathedral? Could y'all tell? Or did it not even work? This is an incredible day, an incredible moment in the crypto world, what has just unfolded before our very eyes. I'm glad you were able to participate with me in seeing it all conclude, right? That was it. So now there is a little bit of 4-hour bearish divergence on Bitcoin at inflection point. Weekly owns is everything, right? And 4 hour, you just gotta identify it. I'm not saying it maybe is gonna even play out much, but we know $30K, $30,100 and change is an inflection point. All right, so you made a high, and you've now made a higher high. And look at the oscillator. Now the RSI is pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. It's pretty strong actually. It's just the MACD histogram kind of doesn't look too great here. I mean, this is just like where you think, oh, if it played out, we could get ourselves a beautiful weekly bullish back test of 28.8 for the first time, right? To reconfirm the validity of that area that was once support in history, it becomes support again. So if this played out, I mean, it would be normal and it would be amazing technically for that. But, I'm not calling it. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just pointing out on an insignificant time scale, there is a little bit of buyer exhaustion. But again, it's not showing that on the daily or anything. I don't even think the 12-hour. 12 hours not. 12 hours just overbought in bullish convergence, okay? 12 hours good. Nothing's impending for price reversal. Nothing says that. It's great. It's just a little hot. Like you're sitting and you've been sitting like at 70. You've been overbought since the 19th, a few days now. So daily, certainly no exhaustion from buyers at all. If it's only bullish convergence and slightly overbought, sitting at 73, that's fine. Okay, so just because I'm showing you that there's 4-hour bearish divergence, no other time scale more significant than the 4-hour is showing anything that implies a reversal. We just know it's 4-hour divergence at resistance. It's just worth noting, okay? I'm just pointing it out. If you get a pullback 28.8, you remember, it's like this, buyers, just market participants love that, man. Bees love back tests, right? Mitches love back test, okay? 28.8. We broke it, but without any confirmation. And that's the last thing anyone wants to hear right now is like, oh, dude, we're going to 28.8 again. Screw this guy. It's like, okay. So what's going to happen? Head and Shoulders, man. I remember Head and Shoulders bros, right? That's what they're called, the Head and Shoulder bros. Now, again, like, it's kind of, how do you not be a Head and Shoulder bro right now looking at the stock market? Like, how are you not a Head and Shoulders bro? Like, because I haven't gone live. I didn't go live on Friday to wrap it up. And here it is, chat. NVIDIA broke the neckline of that slanted Head and Shoulders on Friday. And there is a lot of downside potential. Like nothing here to like 370, but there's a gap fill at like 306, bro. And it all happened at the major 1.618. Man, it is like, if this fails and we keep running, just unbelievable, just crazy. But this is why, despite how perfect it's set up, it can still fail. And that is why you still, with something so beautiful, you cannot expect it to play out. You can't expect anything ever on these markets. Oh, there's my Matic alert just went off. Yeah, it's up
Because
like
why not?
0.5%.
0.010677118.
What's up, Day Richland? Yeah, we can look at it for sure. Thank you, man. I don't know. That was like an old alert. I don't know. Weird. Yeah, Matic, insane upside potential. Okay, good start to the new week. Let's go to Ethereum just real quick. Let's look at that that weekly and just finishing up the local on the 8 stuff, a massive, well, a pretty large bullish engulfing candle confirmed, even though you got one a few weeks ago. Turned into nothing, became invalid. But hey, a new potential valid engulfing candle on Ethereum. I still think the play is, Bitcoin or maybe like Matic or something over Ethereum. Or one of those, right? One of the ones where it's the completed harmonic with the type 2 return, whether it's FIL or, the other ones we looked at, okay? Or Bitcoin Cash was also an amazing setup. It was so good, and it's already off the entry so hard, Amazing. Okay. Let's go to FXS for Josh. Sorry about the wait. FXS on Binance. No. Wow, dude. Well, I mean, there's your harmonic. I mean, it's like the others, it's like FIL and CDM. Oh, looks like I've been here before. Yeah. Long time ago. Okay, so a new bottom gets put in, like a fresh all-time low in June 2022. Yeah, it's been like over a year since I've looked at this. Okay. Yeah, a bat. It's a bat pattern, but it's like it's awful in ways because it's like, wow, man, type 1, type 2, cool story, bro. And then does nothing forever. Like, look, completes and then just flatlines. It bounces. Right? It's just garbage. Like, it's just nothing. And you're just like, when will it play out? I don't know. I guess you would have your stop loss below like 496 at this point if you're wanting it to rally. Just no one's buying it, even though it's down here, and it'll probably just be one day. You'll be up 15%, man. One green Jesus candle up to 826. But like, you can clearly see it's harder to strategize too, right? Because don't you always want to buy low? And isn't this like kind of literally buying middle? You're buying mid. $4 and $8. Clearly the range. This is 536. So it's like kind of tough. Yeah, you have the M shape, but you get stopped out at $5 or $4.96, and then it draws down to $4 and then bounces there. And it's like, that's the lowest risk area ever, right? So I don't know. It's just like, it's the same effing price it was at June of last year. It's sideways. It's like Chainlink almost in ways. Just like one enters and they could just be sitting in this for another 3 months. But yeah, I'm not going to say it's not an M shape. It's hard to discern like a type 2. Like where's the bottom? Like I can't tell. Is it a type 2 return? Just like the same thing. It's just chop city. Yeah, it's tougher here, man, right? Because of all these things I'm talking about. Like, you want the M shapes to complete, like if it's preferable, like an 886, type 1, type 2, like Matic. It's like Matic is just a no-brainer, right? Where all the things, the 886, it's happening at the level from May of last year. It just is. And you can't make an asset do that. There's sometimes just the stars align on a particular asset, and it just happened to show up here. It's perfect. So it's harder on that one, on FXS. Thanks. Hex. Yeah, dude. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Man, it's wild too. It was like a false bearish breakdown of the pattern. You can clearly see like there was a buy wall, weaker, and like distribution, and then the drawdown, and then what? This one level, 2.8 tenths of 1 cent, right there. It tests it one day, and a hammer comes in actually, and then it was gone. And it's just wow, it's broken all these resistances. Wow, yeah, I mean 6.7 tenths of 1 cent. That's insane. If you're talking about resistance, I mean, you see it. It's like 1.4 cents. But yeah, I guess maybe, you'd say that's local now. I mean, it almost hit that 1.2 cents. There's nothing really to do anything. It's like the day that a Hex hit that support, I mean, I pinged it and said like, hey man, you've tested the level. And that was it, right? We don't expect things. Things just happen, okay? We just know the levels. And you can clearly see it was tested. This line, just go back to any other stream or anytime I'm looking at the hex chart. The 2.8 tenths of 1 cent to 3 tenths of 1 cent, it's just been here. It doesn't move. It just sits here. It's been here for years. And, you know, price correlated to the inflection points, which is really cool. But it was kind of like you were breaking down, like a pattern breakdown, and then it was like false. INJ, if you requested it, I did. Yeah, I did, Varize. I did look at INJ. Certainly. Thank you. That was like the last request. We've been live now, hour and 11 minutes. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button, the bell, the sub. Been pretty active few days for crypto, I do declare. And could continue to be active. All depends on Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin's going to save the world, and I'm not even kidding. The great news about Bitcoin, no exhaustion on any time scale except the 4-hour or lower. Only bullish convergence. Life's crazy sometimes. Yeah, dude. SNX. We'll see. So much chop, man. It's like Chop City. I mean, yeah, probably an M shape completed right here from here to there, you know. Thanks so much, Peepo. Was that Pepe or Peepo? Dang, man, is there like... That's so weird. How did you play that and like listen to the music also? It's like guitar. It's like the same song of the set that Peepo was playing. Nice stuff, dude. Might be the best Tengia ever, maybe. Outside of the Donald Trump ones. Those are hilarious. Alright, so we got ourselves a little bat here. Okay. SNX, the bat. See, did it see it here? Pretty much. Okay. You got an M shape complete. Have you made a higher high? Nope. Not just it could be the lowest high ever of the whole downtrend, I guess. But yeah, completed M shape. That's it. That's all I can do for you. I mean, it's cool that low, and here's the same low, and now all of a sudden M shape's completing, and all of the lows of this harmonic are higher than this low from December last year, June of last year. What kind of place is this? Yeah, I know, dude. Patrick, I understand. It is certainly a terrible place, right? Because it's eternally the same lows and then lower highs. But then all of a sudden the higher lows come in, so it starts becoming more neutral. There could be an argument. There is an argument for accumulation now. But still, with no higher highs, just kind of, it's not an uptrend. It's just contraction, almost like symmetrical triangle behavior on an asset like this. Below the 200-day moving average, nothing significant's happened on it. I just think like there are probably better ones. Like I think just Matic just keeps popping up in my mind. I don't know, because it's too perfect. It's a Scott Carney textbook situation. Yeah, dude, it's so crazy, man. It's good to be back. It's me, it's Peepo, it's Pepo, dude. Hey, bud. There it is. Harmonic framework. I love it, dude. There it is. See this chat? This is not on Google. I had to get this from an ancient source. You see the harmonic framework, Larry?
You see what happens, Larry?
There it is. So this is what I'm talking about. Literally, this is the harmonic trader out of the book, man. You can see the watermark. And it's like, you can't tell me that does not equal this. I'm a definitely favorite that, bookmark that, if you will. Very nice. Thanks, G-Dog, man. It was G-Dog, bruv. Sweat down in it. All right, man. Well, we covered the weekly close, and the stage is set for some of these alts, all right, to potentially be kings. Bitcoin has been king. Bitcoin Cash is kind of king. Ethereum, whatever. It's gonna just ride the coattails of Bitcoin. And we know what's going on, right? 4-hour bearish divergence, but hasn't played out any. Up against the resistance. Hasn't broken it. You can clearly see multiple days testing it. And of course, stock market. Some of these stocks, dude. I'm just like, look at this. Do you see this? Could someone cue up the crescendo of the orchestrated music? Because that right there could be it. It's over. Could be done. It's over. That was your pathetic loser attempt to make a higher high or to fill a gap, and you failed at all of them. This is how close you were. This close to death, to major drawdowns. Party's over after a real nice run. Momentum shifted to the sellers after a big loser rally that you didn't even come close to rivaling the November 2021 highs. Not even close. Remember, the Bogdanovs died. Yeah, not enough Bogdanovs to push CRM, Salesforce, any higher. I think there's another one too. I don't know if it's going to play out or not. Oh my God, it already started to. Jeez. ODFL, after making all-time highs, look at this pattern. It already broke the slanted neckline and had its lowest daily candle close since July 24th on Friday. So you just know things are teetering on the stock market. Things could get real bad. Like they're looking like they're setting up for much lower prices. And it's just very interesting to see what gold's doing and what Bitcoin's doing while they're doing this. Like here's your golds. Look what happened on Friday. Highest daily candle close. Geez, since like May of this year. Broke above 1963. And really above this level, if it's real, there's no resistance till 2075. Wild. All right. Well, we've gone through enough kind of talking about the crypto market and what is in store, where we're at. And we know Bitcoin, it wasn't going to be just one mountain. It was going to be a multitude of mountains. And it was 28.8, then it was 30. Then next is 31K. You're only on the second mountain right now. So above 31K though, that really is the promised land. That's like, wow. Like you wake up and there could be a 10.
Yeah!
Thank you, Kool-Aid Man, for the breaking my chart. Thank you, dude. Yeah, so above 31K could be, that is the promised land. That's where like, oh, well, there's just no general consensus area where a multitude of market participants would have sell orders for thousands of dollars. That's above 31K. So definitely wouldn't have an alert set up above there. But we got to break 30K. It's just one hurdle after another. Nat Gas slip, Harry Contrarian. NG. I mean, always maybe.
Any sights on harmonic on NatGas?
Harmonic? Are you just talking? Oh, you're talking about like a crab pattern or something like this. Maybe it's reached its end. Well, no, it would the pattern completion zone on the crab would be like a 1618 up there. You talking about something like this? No, it never made it. It did hit a 1414 pretty much. And it's pulling back, and it's been a rout, last week. But remember, before that, it was the highest daily closes since the beginning of the year, and the trend has reversed in a way, like where it's like higher highs, higher lows now, undoubtedly. Brad, I don't get it. 10 more likes, 127 more likes. Yeah, dude, F it, dude. Whatever. 10 more likes or 127 more likes? Sure. Of course. So I would say not a complete harmonic yet. If you were asking me, is this what you meant, Harry Contrarian? Let me know. Oh, it's 120 more likes, not 10 more likes. You're getting bait and switched on the like counter. Yeah, a gap fill is down at 266. A formal bullish back test of that level would be appropriate because that is a big level, man. That's just a peak and valley, like from history. You could take it back to yesteryear. Look, so many times. Look, it was like 1990, the first peak, right? And then 92, 93, 94, look, then 98, and then 99, and then look, it becomes support in 2002. You get how big of a deal that level is. And if a back test happens, you fill a gap, you get two birds stoned at once. Hopefully it's regarded as support for the first time, and then it pivots and rallies, and we eventually see the 1618. So that is such a reasonable target area, 264, 267 for the check back. Let's look at US oil. Why not? Since we're kind of like in that world. US oil hitting bullish divergence. You had a rally, but then Friday, well, today, a new day, it's down almost 1%. But yeah, whatever, okay. You've hit in the golden zone. You've hit the golden zone. You have not seen a 50% retrace. You have not seen 100. You think like 100 is the target eventually. Who knows how long it'll take, but just think it. The trend has kind of reversed where you've made a high, a higher high, then a higher low, then a higher high, then a higher low. And you're like, okay, time to make a higher high again. You just don't know. You'd figure like it would make sense based on like instability in the Middle East and stuff, but you just, again, it's not our job to like act like we know. All we can do is understand inflection points and how price action correlates at inflection points, and we're able to identify certain things at those levels. We can strategize entries, stop losses, and take profits that are equitable. It's literally it. That's all TA is, a risk management tool. Okay. All right, so thanks for coming out, Bitcoin. Again, if a pullback happens here, it can't be that surprising. And you would probably target for 28.8 for a back test. But again, none of the significant time scales are implying a reversal yet, just only the 4-hour. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday evening. Let's get it this week. See if these very dreaded reversal structures on the stock market play out and catch follow through or not, because they have completely matured in their development. Now all you need is the follow through from the sellers, which may or may not happen. So very interesting. You do want to be paying attention this week. 2 days. In 2 days, it will be the 1929 crash live stream. You don't want to miss it. 2 days. Not tomorrow, but Tuesday's live stream will be black and white. We'll be back in the 20s. I'll be talking like this, like a Midwestern up from the north. Okay. All that's coming in 2 days. So be around and be in the Discord so you get notified of that live stream so you can participate. So until next time, respect the TA.
you.